Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
All right, Steve, go ahead.
All right, Neiman Gracie, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, brother, and you?
I'm doing very well, and I'm feeling a sense of deja vu because the last time we talked, you were going to fight Javier Torres, and now you're again scheduled to face Javier Torres.
Yes, man, once again. Now I hope he makes it to the fight, you know?
I do too. So how did that change of opponent affect you last time out? Obviously, you still finished with an impressive neck crank, but Zach Busia was not who you were originally preparing for.
Yeah, man, it didn't, to tell you the truth, last time when they changed the opponent, it didn't affect me at all, you know? Because it's what I tell people, my game plan is always the same, and it's no secret, you know? My game plan is to take the fight down and try to finish the fight with jiu-jitsu. So I just kept my game plan the same, and thank God everything worked out, you know?
I feel like it's very appropriate that this fight is coming up at the All-State Arena in Chicago because on the same card, you've got Jiu-Jitsu instructor Dylan Dennis, you've got a world Jiu-Jitsu champion at Rafael Lovato, you've got a guy who's won 7 straight fights in Bellator, most of them with submissions, in John Salter, and in the main event, 2 guys that are heavyweights known for getting submissions in Fedor Emelianenko and Frank Mir. How does it feel to be on such a Jiu-Jitsu heavy card?
Oh, yeah, man, I didn't think about that. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great Jiu-Jitsu night, you know? It makes me really happy because everyone's representing the art, and it's going to be awesome, man. True, I didn't think about that. That's awesome.
Well, I'm glad I put that thought in your head. So who out of all the other fighters on the card that I already mentioned is your favorite jiu-jitsu practitioner?
I think Frank Mir. Frank Mir. He has a different jiu-jitsu game, but it's very effective, you know?
I remember seeing his first fight with Brock Lesnar when everybody was talking about how big and strong and powerful Brock was. And once Frank Mir trapped that leg and went for the submission, all that power didn't matter.
That was crazy. Crazy, man. To tell you the truth, Frank Mir is a pretty powerful guy himself, you know? Because when he got that knee bar, I think the knee bar wasn't even on the knee. You know, but he finished because he's such a powerful guy, and that was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, he put enough.
He's like that, you know. When you don't expect, he go and finish people out of nowhere, and it's awesome to watch.
That's absolutely right. And that's what I love about jiu-jitsu is people can turn anything into a submission that they weren't expecting. And I love the reaction of a crowd when they see a submission they weren't expecting. And that's what I really love about this card coming up because I'm going to be in Chicago at the All-State Arena. And I can't wait to hear the reaction when you get in a choke and arm bar or whatever you go for.
Oh, yeah. I can't. Me too, man. It's going to be awesome.
So you said last time you heard Zach Busia say he was going to be aggressive and not tell the truth. What do you think about Javier Torres now that you're finally getting to fight him?
What did he say?
He'll say he'll be aggressive too, like everybody seems to say when they face you, but very few actually live up to that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to say now. I hope he keeps his word, you know, and don't walk back because I'm going to walk forward and I'm looking for another finish.
Do you ever want to showcase a different part of your game since you're so well known for the jiu-jitsu? Do you ever want to just stand there and show people striking skill and bang it out?
I don't think it's my style to bang it out like that, you know. But if it happens, it happens. And if I do good doing that, that's fine for me too, you know. So, whatever. But I prefer to win by submission for sure. It's more clean.
And you've got the cleanest submissions that I've been watching ever since the World Series of Fighting days. It just seems to me, and I describe.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Here's how I describe it when I'm doing live results. You know, once Neiman Gracie takes your back, it's already over. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. And I hope that keeps going, you know.
Do you ever sense fighters panicking when you take their back? Do you feel them knowing what I just described, that they're in deep trouble once you get there?
Man, to tell you the truth, I see that happening a lot. But what happened last time with Zach was I was really impressed with him. Is that when I got his back, man, he was so calm and defending so well, you know. So I was really impressed with him by doing that. the guy stayed calm the whole time, and I think that's what you get for being for having so many fights like he had. You know, I was impressed on how calm he was. But usually when I get people's back, they tend to panic a little bit. You know.
Is that something that you're starting to think maybe you need guys like that who've had more fights so that you get a tougher test and people don't freak out and make mistakes and give you the openings that you need?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a good matchup, you know. And yeah, I think so.
So maybe we can see you and Rory McDonald mix it up here at some point in the near future.
Oh yeah, man. If he keeps holding that belt, one day we're going to meet for sure.
How many fights away do you think that would be? Do you think, you'd be in the driver's seat with this win or a couple more, or how far out?
I think it all depends also the way that I win the fight, you know. If I make a good finishes and fights that people like to see, I think if it will keep going the way that it's going, and I hope it does, maybe in 2 fights, no more than 3, you know.
That sounds like a good timeline.
There's someone that I want to fight.
Oh, well, tell me about it. Who do you want to fight between him and, getting the world title shot? Who's next after Javier Torres?
I'm gonna leave that to the end of my fight on Saturday. So if everything goes well, if I win this fight, I will let everyone know who I want to fight next.
Speaking of what I'll be seeing live in person, who's going to corner you this coming Saturday?
So it's gonna be my uncle Hansel, my Muay Thai coach Jamie Crowder, and my cousin Gregor Gracie.
All right. It's a very good crew to corner you for the fight. And any chance that we'll be seeing Royce as well?
Yeah, I hope so. I think he's going to be there. So if he's there, he's coming for sure. Awesome. Keeping the family together is always good.
Yes.
Our family meetings is a little bit different, but it's still good, you know?
Indeed. And what do you say to those who are always watching? I've noticed this before when we've talked, but it's always that pressure when you have the Gracie name. And so far it hasn't bothered you or affected you, but at the same time, with so many members of the Gracie family there and so many people having eyes on the Gracies, what does it mean to you to have that much representation?
Oh yeah, the pressure exists, you know, the pressure of representing my family exists for sure. But like I told you before, I've been competing since I'm a kid, so I don't let that bother me anymore, you know. So I don't feel the pressure anymore, because now I don't fight only for my family, I fight mostly for myself. So the pressure is only on me putting a good performance, you know.
Well, then I think maybe if there's any pressure on anybody on this card, it might be on Dylan Dennis, because he's been very outspoken in the past about how great his skill is, and I don't think he's ever felt what it really means to put that skill into a real fight. So how do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, man, that's something that he's pretty smart, you know, by talking all of that, because people want to see. So when people want to see you perform, it's good for you, you know. But for sure, I want to see also if he's that great, like he said he is, you know. And he's putting the pressure on himself. So let's see.
Do you think
we're gonna see Saturday night?
Oh yes, but do you think he gets any of that arrogance from hanging around Conor McGregor? Is that a good or a bad influence on him as a fighter?
Oh, 100%, I think, you know. And to tell the truth, I don't know, because I don't know him, but I don't think it's good, you know. You cannot try to be like someone. You gotta be yourself, you know. So if you're trying to be like someone, it's not real, you know. So, but it's up to him. If you want to do that, it's up to him, you know.
That's true. And I think if you're going to try to be like somebody anyway, Conor may not be the best guy to be like. He's getting in a lot of trouble and a lot of things are going bad.
Oh, yeah, man. That's true.
Mm-hmm. So
you've got to try to be like him inside the ring, but not outside, you know?
Yeah, that's it exactly. Be like him inside, not outside. And that's the other thing that I really like about you and about the the Gracie family in general is the class and decorum that you carry yourselves with outside of the cage.
Oh yeah, that's something that we learn with jiu-jitsu, you know. Jiu-jitsu teach you to respect other people, you know. So I'm like that. I always respect everyone. You know, everyone that fights deserves respect. So, yeah, man, jiu-jitsu taught me that. Taught me to respect everybody. You know, doesn't matter where they come from.
All right. Well, let me get a little bit more on Javier Torres before we wrap this up. Have you noticed anything in his style, in his approach, that you think will lead to a perfect submission? Is there, I don't want you to give away the game, but at the same time, do you feel like you found something that you know will work?
Not really. You know, not really. I think gonna have to get whatever he gives to me. You know, so whatever he gives me, I'll get it. But nothing special.
All right. Well, one thing I can tell him then is stuff the takedown, because that's the best defense there is. Once you get that takedown, it's trouble.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Neiman, it's going to be a pleasure to see you fight in person. But before that opportunity comes, I want you to, as always, shout out your sponsors and whatever else you want to plug.
Oh yeah. So I just want to thank everybody that likes to watch my fights. You know, here we go once again, and I hope to give a good and a great show for all of you guys.
All right, it will be a great show at Bellator 198, All-State Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. It will be a fantastic fight with Javier Torres. We finally get to see it after all this time. So, Neiman, have a great fight, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you, Dan, as well.
Thank you, Steve.